There is one characteristic that is common in all humans, and that is laziness. But what you probably didn't know is that successful people are also lazy. They usually work on one or two things, but somehow they end up having more money and more success than the majority of people. If you're thinking about how that's possible, one of the reasons is that they understand the 80-20 rule and apply it to every single aspect of their life. And today, I'll tell you how to implement this rule within everything that you do. According to this rule, 80% of the results come from 20% of the activities that we do. Of course, this ratio can differ. It can be 75-25 or 90-10. The point is that the smaller percentage of something produces the biggest outcomes. And we can apply this rule to almost any aspect of our life. For example, if you have a list of 10 things you need to do today, then 2 of those tasks will produce more results than the other 8 combined. The sad fact is that most people procrastinate on exactly the tasks that are the most valuable. Instead, we get busy with those 8 smaller tasks that produce little to no results. So to fix this, look at your daily tasks and ask yourself, if I could only accomplish one of those tasks right now in this day, then which one would I do? Which one would bring the most positive impact? After that, you can cross that off your list and do this again with the second most important task. And then you will have your 20% of tasks that bring 80% of the results. You can apply the same rule to business. In business, there's only a few tasks that are really important, such as making the product or improving the product and getting some sales. But you know what most people do? They spend days trying to find a name, they spend days making a logo, they search for the perfect office. And this is the same for YouTube. What will get you growing on YouTube right now is not making great thumbnails, it's not making your little channel banner logo, it's actually just recording and editing those videos. Simply put, they invest 80% of their time into activities that have very small value. Let me give you another example. Let's say you're trying to promote your YouTube channel through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Reddit, and all these platforms. You're spending a ton of time and money on each of them, especially on Facebook. But if you check your YouTube analytics and look at where the viewers came from, you might see that most of them actually came from YouTube itself. Again, 80% of the viewers came from the 20% that is YouTube. So the clever decision is to absolutely cut out everything except for YouTube and focus on it more. Sometimes when people seem very busy but accomplish very little, it's because they spend time on worthless tasks that give them no return at all. Obviously, the tasks with the higher value are usually the hardest ones and the most complex ones. But in the long term, these are the tasks that have enormous payoffs, and doing them consistently will absolutely change the way of your future. So before you work, always ask yourself, is this task in the top 20% of my priorities, or is it in the minor 80%? And you must resist the temptation to clear off those easy habits first, because that is the greatest productivity killer. At the end of the day, you're gonna accomplish nothing if you choose to start your day doing these worthless tasks. I believe we can implement the 80-20 rule into every part of our life, but you can also use it to ask some important questions. For example, if you've been pretty stressed out lately, ask yourself, what are the 20% of things that cause 80% of the stress? Who are the 20% of people that cause 80% of the stress? And this was just one example, but as you can see, this rule is immensely powerful. I hope this video was worth watching. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, then consider leaving a like, it really helps. With that said though, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this is not the last time we meet.